For families, this is the time of the year when you start to head over to your local department store and pick up new school supplies, clothes, and other necessities for the school year. For some kids and families, these items come at great expense or not at all. Kristen Benson is looking to change that, and she is the Director of Development at Volunteers of America of Michigan. Kristen, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Appreciate having you on. For those that aren't familiar with the work and the mission of Volunteers of America, introduce us to your organization and more specifically the work that it does here in the state of Michigan.
Absolutely. So Volunteers of America has been around for 126 years. We were actually founded with the mission of just being able to serve the whole person. We want to be able to reach out to our most vulnerable in the community and support the whole person, mind, body, and spirit. And so that's really what we're doing right now. Volunteers of America Michigan was actually founded in 1896 up in Traverse City. All of our locations, we're a nationwide organization, but this is the Michigan affiliate. And all of them were originally by, train stations and ports. So it was easy for people to transport goods and services back and forth. Those were kind of our posts, right? We really have been serving people for as in any way that we can. And really the word volunteer is somewhat misleading. When we were founded, we considered volunteerism to mean it was a vocation. So it meant serving others, right? So Volunteers of America, our whole purpose is service for God and country, for the whole person.
And so how does that message then get reflected in the Operation Backpack initiative that happens this time of the year through Volunteers of America? First off, tell us about Operation Backpack and who benefits from this effort from your organization.
So Operation Backpack is it's a wonderful program that is for children who are either low income or they are homeless. And so we know entering school is it's an expensive time of year for everybody, right? New school supplies, new backpacks. And for families that can't afford to supply their children with these needs, these things for school, their kids really aren't entering school ready to learn. It's a weight on the kids, it's a weight on the families. And so Operation Backpack is a way for the community to come together and donate school supplies, brand new backpacks. We have volunteers that come in and help get all of those backpacks ready. And we're able to provide these bags for more than 2,000 kids in our community that are either homeless or low income. So this is one less thing for them to worry about when they start school.
And what are some of the items that end up being in the backpack? Because these are items that, of course, are critical for a quality educational experience in the classroom, but can also be very helpful for them in their experience outside of the classroom as well, in ways that are often overlooked in our communities.
Absolutely. We make our bags very grade specific because we know, what a elementary school needs, and just elementary school student needs is very different than what a high schooler needs. So having the notebooks, having the right calculators, having the crayons and the pencils and the protractors, making sure that they have the folders they need. They can teach us some organizational skills. They have the arts and crafts supplies they need, for including glue sticks, rulers, all of that sort of thing, construction paper. We want to make sure that they have truly everything. We even include hand sanitizer and Kleenex and a lot of things that classrooms are missing and typically ask families and parents to supply. But if you are struggling financially or homeless, that's not something that you can help with. It's not something that you can bring in. So we make sure that we include those things in the bags as well.
Just how many families in the state of Michigan each year are benefiting from Operation Backpack and other initiatives like this through your organization, especially as we head into the school year?
So last year we were able to do almost 2,200 backpacks. It was pretty incredible. We're in the midst of all of the donations coming in right now. As we speak, on the other side of our building, we have bags being unloaded, school supplies being dropped off. And so we anticipate about that number, if not more, again this year. Initiatives are running really through the end of this month and into early September.
We're joined by Kristen Benson, Director of Development at Volunteers of America of Michigan, joining us on the Megacast. You can find more information by visiting voami.org. That's voami.org for more information, how you can donate to their Operation Backpack initiative, as well as other initiatives, and how you can participate as well. Let's talk about that participation, Kristen, because this event has been running all week long. It's going to be running through August 19th, which is tomorrow, but there's still plenty of time both today and tomorrow for people to get involved if they'd like to help fill these backpacks either through donations or through participating in a volunteerism role. Can you tell us about what sort of opportunities are available and are still in need to help make this operation go as well as possible?
Absolutely. We get a lot of last minute requests. I mean, particularly as schools are starting, schools or districts are identifying other children that have not come forward previously that need supplies. So we still need your help. You can still find on our website, we have a wish list of items that you can get by grade. You can still donate those items. And even going into next week, for items that are dropped off to our office in Southfield, today and tomorrow, we'll need some help getting those items sorted and into bags and so that we can get them ready for the school. So you can absolutely contact us to be a part of either dropping off supplies, doing a drive of your own, or coming to help us get all of those prepared for the kids.
We're joined by Kristen Benson from Volunteers of America of Michigan on the Megacast. She is their Director of Development and joins us on today's program talking about Operation Backpack happening now through August 19th. It's now through Friday. And you can help by donating or by joining in on Operation Backpack and helping to fill some of these backpacks yourself and get them out to kids in your community by visiting voami.org. That's voami.org, or just search Volunteers of America Michigan for more information. Kristen, across the state, how many communities is your organization serving that may then help kids and help these families all throughout our state?
Right now, we can be found in 14 different counties throughout Michigan. That is something that we certainly hope to grow, but we provide backpacks for all of those communities. And so we're certainly not just reaching out to our surrounding community right here in Oakland County, but we are across the state, even into the west side of the state, into 14 different counties.
What are some of the other initiatives that your organization runs throughout the year beyond this? Once we get past Operation Backpack, what are some of the other staples that people can participate in if they are unable to participate in this, or they participate last minute and want to help your organization beyond this?
So we have Adopt a Family coming up. The holidays are often a stressful time of year for anybody. There's a lot that goes into the holiday planning, but particularly, again, for those families that are struggling or those families that are homeless. They're looking for some help. So through Adopt a Family, you can adopt those in your community, helping to provide a meal, helping to provide gifts under the tree for those kids, household needs, things that those families may need. Could be anything from, paper towel, toilet paper to, kids' toys, socks, shoes, clothing. But this is a way that you can help into the holiday. You can also help and volunteer at some of our veteran services programs. So we do housing for veterans down in Detroit. And so we're always looking for some help down there. We have a Coliseum kitchen. So helping to prepare meals for the vets. They get 3 meals a day there. You can help there getting, making sure that they also have a great holiday. Those are homeless veterans in the Detroit area.
voami.org is their website. That's voami.org for more information and ways that you can participate. Kristen, with all these different services, all these different resources available through the Volunteers of America of Michigan and initiatives such as Operation Backpack, can you tell us some of the success stories that have resulted from some of this assistance you've provided to people in 14 counties across the state?
Absolutely. So one of my favorite stories is the story of Brian. He is a veteran who had his first child actually in high school, kind of graduated, worked, went from job to job, trying to make ends meet, and joined the service. And he was in the service for about 6 years. He was a heavy machinery tech, and then broke his neck. So coming out of the service, he had a lot of struggle to obtain disability support, to keep working. And by this point, he had a family. He had a wife and kids and a mortgage, and he was very behind on his mortgage. He knew that he was getting ready to lose his home. And so finally disability comes through. He puts all of his money on his mortgage, but there's still no more money. He's looking for work, and he's just spiraling into depression. So when we connected with Brian, his depression was just, so unbearable that he kept his windows shut and his curtains all day. He lived in the dark because it was just, the light was just too much for him. He was able to come to us and get some counseling and supportive services. We helped him with his resume. We helped him with interview prep. He finally was invited to interview for a great job, and we knew it was perfect for him. But he had a problem. He had a vehicle and no money for gas. And so we were able to even support by giving him gas to get to the interview. So now he has a job. He's able to provide for his family. The stress of being able to take care of his kids and his wife has been alleviated, and he is able to feel productive and feel proud of himself again. And so he was able to do a lot of that through the work that's provided at Volunteers of America, Michigan.
Kristen, before we let you go, anything else that we haven't discussed yet today that people should know about Volunteers of America or keep in mind going forward as you continue to do the great work you do in 14 counties here in Michigan?
The other thing that I certainly want to let people know is there are thrift stores. We have 5, soon to be 6 thrift stores that directly the purchases through those stores, both physically and through our online store, support our social services. So you can donate household goods, furniture, clothing, that sort of thing to any of our stores, and also purchasing through the thrift stores gives back to charity. It promotes environmentally friendly shopping. And as I said, it has an impact on your own community. So you can find more information about that on our website as well, and keep in touch with us through that and the Share Detroit website for other volunteer opportunities.
Kristen, appreciate you joining us. Thanks for being on today.
Thanks so much for having me.